Okay, ladies and gentlemen, back to part two. So we're back at Miles Bridges, right? So I ask, where's Miles Bridges? The other guy that supposed to be the next guy, because Draymond was really rooting for him, was Miles Bridges to be an All-Star. So what went wrong? That's what we're about to find out. Charlotte didn't even promote Miles Bridges like that. So you guys haven't had an All-Star since Kemba Walker left. Terry Rozier? Nope. Rozier didn't make an All-Star. It's funny how last year you were promoting Rozier like he was the next All-Star, but he never made it. And before you hit me with the NBA voting system is very confusing, you're a dumbass. The position you're drafted in determines the position you are playing in the All-Star game. There's so many players on that list that plays a different position than what they actually are playing. Chris Middleton plays small forward in Milwaukee, but he's actually a shooting guard as a drafted player. This is just to tell you the truth, okay? Um, who else? Jason Tatum, small forward. Jason Tatum is not a problem. Harden, shooting guard, not a problem, but he plays point guard most of the time in Brooklyn. So that's just to give people a backstory of what they should see. Now, here's my view of something. Do you know that I have no issue about Do you know that I have no issue with the All Star situation? That's why I find it hard to really hate a certain player or hate certain things. So let me bring it back, shall we? I was gonna talk about the real reasons why Lamelo should be an All Star before my WNBA video. So I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. Now we're gonna talk about why Lamelo Ball should be an All Star and not his brother Lonzo. Lamelo Ball should be an All Star, Charlotte, because for Charlotte, he's your true franchise player. I know people. I'm not here to be this ball dick rider, but I'm gonna talk from an honest perspective. So let's use team sport marketing and all that stuff to explain. In terms of marketing, Charlotte lost 75% of your financial revenue last year when Lamelo Ball went down. This is to tell you that the majority of Lamelo Ball fan base is actually based on Charlotte, right? I mean, actually not the case. Majority of Charlotte fan base is actually Lamelo Ball fans. If these guys leave, only 25% will be there, which is not enough to garner all-star love around the media, which means Charlotte will be back to wallowing in mediocrity, which means they're not a reputable team. You feel me? They're not a team you're willing to watch. You feel me? It's not a matter of what you're going to see on the course. So now let's use marketing to explain. So let's look at the marketing side of things for the Charlotte Hornets. So you lost your majority of financial revenue, but let me tell you why LaMelo should be the franchise player for Charlotte. Charlotte, he's good for TV. Majority of you're getting more national TV games because of LaMelo. Your schedule is tougher because of LaMelo. Remove LaMelo, you will still not get a tough schedule because the NBA will have more mercy on you because you're a weak team. The Pelicans kind of get a tougher schedule because they have Brandon Ingram as a superstar. And the Pelicans are pushing Brandon Ingram as a superstar till Zion comes back. When Zion comes back, you and the Pelicans will have to fight for national TV games. And you want to know why? Because the NBA, let me tell Charlotte Hornet fans the truth. The NBA do not see the Hornets as the Charlotte Hornets. They see the Charlotte Hornets as LaMelo Ball's team. The Dallas Mavericks are Luka's team. Atlanta Hawks, Trae Young's team. Cleveland Cavaliers, LeBron, now Darius Garland's team. The Raptors, Pascal Siakam and Fred VanVleet's team. The Brooklyn Nets, Kevin Durant's team. The Chicago Bulls, Zach LaVine team. I can keep going on. I think I'm still missing more. Milwaukee Bucks, Giannis team. Boston Celtics, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown team. You see, what I'm trying to tell you is this. You see, I know that the reason why Lamelo is getting this harsh treatment is that because if let's remember in the rookie year. To be fair, let's remember in the rookie year, 90% of the questions always asked to the team in the media always revolve around Lamelo. It got to the point where Borrego, aka Mr. 0.9, which is my acronym for him, became this control freak maniac. And he felt like he wanted to hold the clout. You ever notice that JB never take responsibility for his actions? He loses the team the game, but he says the team played bad or defense was an issue or something. Why not say, I fucked up? Greg Popovich, despite a jackass that he is, still would say, I fucked up. That's why I respect him. Despite the fact that I have my issues with him, I respect him for that. Because that's a coach. That's a true coach. That's a coach that believes in his team. A real coach, when he does something wrong, he don't go like, yeah, the team fucked up. No, you fucked up because your play calling is shit. There have been so many times. This man lost his team 7 straight games, including the playing game, aka the wild card round. Because I'm not even gonna call it a play no more. The playing is the way to devalue the wild card round of the playoffs because people were just gonna be mad at it. No, let's stop calling it the play-in. It's no more the play-in. It's the wild card round. That's what it is. And that's what is getting to be called in the media. It's now called the wild card round. The Hornets are in a wild card spot. Because the way the wild card works is similar to the NFL. The winner of the wild card plays a certain seed on the team because now they get the seed of the team they beat. And that's how it is. You feel me? But in the wild card, the wild card, the way the wild card in the NBA works is if you're a 7 seed, you have to play 2 games to make it to the playoffs. But if you're the 8, if you're the 8 seed, you have to play 2 games. But if you're 7 seed, play 1. Basically, if you're the 7 seed, you only play 1 game. But if you're 8 seed, you play 2. But I think it's the 9th and 10th seed that have to deal with that. But what I'm trying to say is, being a 7th and 8th seed have a certain slope with it. You feel me? 7 plays 9, 8 plays the winner of 9 and 10. Or 7 plays 8, and shit works like that. Because 1 seed gets an automatic bye or something. I don't know how that system works. Somebody can correct me. But what I'm saying is, LaMelo is good for TV. That's my argument here, that he's good for TV. That's why I say these teams are good for the superstars that they have. Nobody is watching a team that's... See, let me tell you. The first Charlotte Hornets player that I ever get to know, his name was Miles Bridges. Not Kemba Walker, Miles freaking Bridges. That's my ticket to the Charlotte Hornets. Miles Bridges was my ticket to the Charlotte Hornets. And you know how I got to know him? The freaking dunk contest. Giannis, my ticket to Giannis was also the dunk contest. And you want to know what Giannis was known for? despite not passing, being the Bucks superstar. Bucks, any fan, you can ask any Bucks fans, they will tell you the Bucks are Giannis' team. They ain't gonna say it's Chris Middleton or anything. They don't call and say, "Oh, it's about the team." No. Ask any Bucks fans, they'll tell you it's Giannis' team. Giannis is our superstar. But you ask Charlotte fans, they will have 5 million answers for you about who's the superstar. And then they'll play the victim and say, "Oh, it's about family. It's about this." And fuck family. I'm sorry. Pro sports is never. See, I learned about if you don't know what loyalty does, you should go and ask DeMar DeRozan. Go and ask him what it means to be loyal to a franchise for 9 straight years and get betrayed. Go and ask him what it's like to be loyal. Team is only loyal to you because of the money you make them. They ain't loyal to you because of you do certain things. Don't tell me about no freaking loyalty because I know Hornets fans' defense is always loyalty. Don't tell me about no freaking loyalty. I've seen my own favorite player be backstabbed, despite the fact that my favorite Raptors player in there be backstabbed after playing 9 years on that team. Don't tell me about no loyalty. I don't want to hear no loyalty. Loyalty my foot. I don't want to hear no loyalty. Loyalty my foot, man. Oh, we should be loyal. Nope. The truth is, you say loyalty, I'm going to say why loyalty doesn't win a ring. Because let me tell you, players that get shipped. You see, Chris Middleton was drafted to the Detroit Pistons. Yeah, he was developed in Milwaukee, but he still was drafted to the Pistons. That's the real fact. When he came to Milwaukee, he and Giannis had to fight for minutes. But they had to get Mike Budenholzer to help fix that shit. And now, with Mike Budenholzer, and it's not even Mike Budenholzer that actually built the damn Bucks. It's freaking Jason Kidd. Yes, that Bucks team that I used to is freaking Jason Kidd. He was the one who solved the problem between Chris Middleton and Giannis. What he did is made Giannis a point guard, the ball handler. Now Giannis all of a sudden is a point forward. The fastest power forward in the league. Yes. Forget 2K. Giannis is the fastest power forward in the league. And also, Jason Kidd fixed the freaking Bucks. He fixed the problem between Chris Middleton and Giannis by making Giannis create for Chris Middleton. Instead of making Giannis the guy to be doing too much, all they made is Giannis a creator, and it helped. Now Budenholzer came in and utilized a similar thing, and they won a ring. So tell me, if loyalty or development really worked, the Bucks could have stick with the same coach and never had gotten Jason Kidd and never had gotten Mike Budenholzer, because those two saved the Bucks. They would have never gotten nothing if not for those two coaches. But Jason Kidd specifically saved the freaking Bucks. So what does this have to do with Lamelo Ball? It's to tell you Borrego's not the answer. Jordan must sell the team because it's clear Jordan does not actually see shit for his team. It's either Jordan, you make moves right now, or sell the weak ass team that you have. Because it's clear you as an owner don't even know your own franchise player. Because you as an owner have an ego inside you that you cannot fight, that you're fighting, which is the ego of I'm the player, I still want to be that leader. Yeah, we know you're the face of the franchise, but Lamelo is the true face of the franchise according to the media. According to anybody. You can ask anybody in the media, who's the Hornets team? Who's the Hornets? They'll tell you it's Lamelo Ball's team. And I'm not trying to act like a stan. It's just the truth. Nobody cares about your weak ass team. Nobody want to watch the Charlotte Hornets. I'm gonna tell you, the Charlotte Hornets is nothing if not for Lamelo Ball. Let's bring Miles Bridges to the front of the class because I'm about to go to another live after this. Let's bring Miles Bridges to the front of the class. Miles, come to the front of the class because I'm here to pick a bone with you. Let's bring Miles Bridges to the front of the class because Miles Bridges actually is a key part of this. Miles Bridges should have been an All-Star as well, and here's why. Because he was there. But my reason for LaMelo Ball being an All-Star is because LaMelo Ball has done something that it's rare for any All-Star to do. It's not just that you resurrect the franchise from the dead, like Darius Garland is doing after LeBron left, because LeBron left them with nothing, and Darius Garland had to resurrect the Cleveland Cavaliers. Because I'm not gonna act like, oh, Darius Garland don't deserve it. Let me say this. Although I did not want Darius Garland to make it, but I'm not mad. I'm sorry. I'm just not mad. But who I do not expect to make is Chris Middleton and James Harden. Harden shouldn't have even been on the list. Because despite the Nets being the second team in the East, Harden should not make it. Because let me tell you, Harden has been nothing but mediocre this season. And that alone is evidence for him not making it. But for Harden, we can say, oh, seeding worked. Chris Middleton, he's been nothing but mediocre, so we can say seeding worked. The Hornets is 7th in the East. That should tell you another reason. The Hornets are not a good team. They have shown that they don't even know who their franchise player is because they market 50 different players every single week. Today is Mason Bumley. Tomorrow is Mr. Glass Gordon Hayward. Next tomorrow is going to be Terry Rozier. The day after is going to be Miles Bridges. The day after is going to be Cody Martin. The day after, then it's LaMelo Ball. So tell me, Charlotte, who's your franchise player? That's the question. Because about 30% of the fan base, 30% of the fan base that are not delusional, they know LaMelo's the guy. The 70% don't know shit. In the 70%, you can find the Borrego stands, you can find and this is the 25% of the fan base, by the way, that I'm assessing. I'm not assessing the 70%, 75%. I'm assessing the 25%. Okay? So, those 30% of those 25% of the fan base, the 30% of them that believe in LaMelo as a franchise player know the truth. You ain't shit without this kid. The NBA, see, this is let me tell you how the NBA sees LaMelo. This is LaMelo Ball, and to the media, superstar. This is LaMelo Ball to the Charlotte Hornets. You fucking role player. Get the fuck out of here. That's how the Charlotte Hornets sees LaMelo. So if you're a LaMelo fan, I don't care if I annoy you, but it's just the truth, man. They don't value your boy like that. They see him as a walk-on. They don't value a savant. They don't value a superstar. They see a player that's so good, yet still the team, the owner, the franchise, they don't see him as that guy. And yet you wonder why I complain. And yet you wonder why I'm so mad. And yet you wonder why I look at the team as a horrible team. You can't be a team and not be good. What team is so good yet so bad? Not good enough to be a contender, but not bad enough to be a playoff team. Right? Oh, not good enough to be a contender, but not bad enough to be a playoff team. That's not a team, bro. See, I'm not trying to be this. I'm not trying to act like a stan or say this. This is just for me knowing the real facts. The real facts is this, Charlotte. You see, Mandela would say freedom isn't appreciated until it's gone. You see, the truth is in your face. It's up to you to accept it and take it. And I'm just talking to you, Mitch Kupchak, Rod Coon, and the Coon media in Charlotte. I'm talking to y'all. The truth is in your fucking face because all you do is regurgitate what Mitch Kupchak and Michael Jordan says because you can't think as an individual. You're not free thinkers. You can't think like an individual. You regurgitate what they say and say, we're gonna go with that. Oh, now it's time to say he's an all-star? Nigga, it's too late. Oh, try again next year? Just so next year we get disappointed by the same shit. I'm not even gonna say Melo's gonna be an all-star next year because the way I'm seeing it, it's probably not gonna happen. So I'm not even gonna get my hopes up. But I'm gonna try to vote for him again. But I'm not expecting Lamelo to be a starter anymore because it's clear this team is not until they actually get their freaking blindfolds off and actually open their eyes and see what everyone is seeing, which is the franchise players in front of your eyes. Every team wanted this kid. The Toronto Raptors fans wanted. Raptors fan base wished they had Lamelo Ball over Malachi Flynn. Knicks fan base wish they had Lamelo Ball because the Knicks fan base love Lamelo. Despite the fact that they troll him, they still love this kid, bro. You know who else loved Lamelo? The Knicks owner himself. If Lamelo had been a New York Knick, you'd have seen everybody wanna lie flat for this kid. The one thing I like about the Knicks fan base, the Knicks media, is that they're free thinkers. They don't think to what the organization tells them. They think for themselves. They don't act like Charlotte media. Let's coon dance for the team. And fuck the team. Can't you think for yourself? Think for yourself. If you don't believe a player is a superstar, say it. If you believe the player is a superstar, say it. Be free thinkers. And before I blame the media, let me blame the man that actually cost his son that. LeVar Ball. You've been a great dad in terms of guiding your sons, but you've been a horrible dad in terms of actually your jealous ego. It's not a crime for someone to not rock with a brand. And speaking of the brand, 70% of the Puma shares and Puma investment, according to Lamelo's deal for Puma, goes to Lamelo. The brand he owns, the Phoenix brand, he owns 70% of that. Not Puma. Nike makes 3 billion over for Michael Jordan. Jordan only takes minus 2 billion, which is 1 million out of it. So tell me, what's the point? What's the freaking point? How you, a owner of a team, and all you see this kid as is a free agent magnet, and you can never have a free agent magnet without an all-star. I know people will say, calm down, you can be in the one next year. I'm not expecting it. Because until Charlotte actually take their blindfolds off and actually see and start promoting this kid as a superstar from now till the end of next season, this kid will never be an all-star. And this is the truth because the coon, the stupid fan base, not the real ones, not the ones that actually believe in the reality. Those ones, they understand the truth. I'm not trying to say Lamelo is the greatest player in Charlotte history. I'm not saying that. There's lots. But I'm saying he's the best thing that happens to you since sliced bread, since Grandmama Larry Johnson, since Alonzo Mourning, since Moxie Bogues. He's the best since Kemba Walker. He's the best thing that ever happened to you. And you're going to kick that away because of your owner told you to? You're going to kick that away because your owner is an anti-rookie owner? Because that's what he is. He doesn't like rookies. This man I told you he doesn't like young players. He thinks young players are in over their heads. Hence why he sees LaMelo as a free agent magnet than he does see LaMelo as a real all-star. See, let me tell Charlotte Hornets fan base the truth. Let me tell you the true reality of how things are going to work around here. Teams would rather go to any other team than Charlotte because those teams have all-stars, all-time players, all NBA players. The way I'm seeing it, Zach LaVine is going to be considered for All NBA. DeMar DeRozan is going to be considered for All NBA. This is not even just a prediction, it's the reality. He's going to be considered for all that things because he has that. But am I saying I hate this kid? Did I say that I hate your franchise? No. The reason why I like the Bulls fan base over the Hornets fan base is this. The Bulls fan base believe in their players, regardless of who the fuck they are. Lonzo's mediocre, you will see tons and tons of Bulls fans defend Lonzo. I say Lonzo's not. I've had criticism over Lonzo. You see, but Bulls fan come at me and be like, Lonzo's valuable to our team because of what he brings to the team. But you see, Hornets organization not even defend their own player or fight for their player. I see their latest thing. Oh, rising star, and fuck the rising star. I'm sorry. Should that be a consolation prize? Oh, he made the rising star. That's your argument. Why don't you run Michael Jordan out of town? Because he shows he doesn't like rookies. Get an owner that actually appreciates rookies, that actually appreciates a savant. Maybe then you realize. Because Ujiri loves rookies. One thing I like about Masai Ujiri is this. He gives people a chance. I know people make fun of. I tell you, I've been on Raptors Twitter at times and stuff. They Raptors fan base and Raptors organization be getting clowned every day for being the only team in NBA history to have the most undrafted players in the modern NBA. To have damn near a whole starting five or damn near a whole reserve team of undrafted players. So tell me this. If the Raptors believe so much in undrafted players and develop them into role players, damn near superstars like a D. Fred Van Vliet, why is it that Charlotte, you drafted a lottery pick and you still don't believe in your own player? So I say it's simple. Michael Jordan gotta go. Even fuck Jordan too. Jordan gotta go. Not just Mr. 0.9. To kick Mr. 0.9 out of the team, Jordan gotta go. Yes, Mr. 0.9 was to leave the team, Jordan must go too. Because we know he's going to penny pinch and make another Dollar Tree move and hire Steve Clifford Jr. 2.0 in another coach. It's not even surprising. I know people who defend Borrego because he's the first Latino coach. See, listen, I can I may not know any Latino person, but I know there are far better Latino people in the world that know how to coach better basketball than James Borrego. That know how to coach true basketball better than James Borrego. I may not know Latino people, but I know for a fact there's a Latino person out there that's a better basketball coach than James Borrego himself. And it has nothing to do with you have experience or have you coached before? No. It has something to do with the person understands philosophy. He understands that when you have a star player, sometimes you have to let him lead the team. That's why I told my story of my football team when I played, when I had a team captain that looks like a hothead, but he was actually the team's franchise player because he's been there for long. He's seen the downs, the ups. He's been through everything. And you know what he had in return? Accolades. In my final season, I almost got most improved player of the year. But does that mean anything? No. Now you finished second in most improved. But the only reason why I never won, like I said, because I stood up for my teammate. I chose to not listen to the coach and stand for my teammate. But what does that tell you? You have to understand sometimes there are things that makes a player good. What does that have to do with LaMelo again? LaMelo's a player that does something for his teammates. If a guy says, I love everybody, I want everybody on the boat, it tells you he's a team player. He's not this cocky kid that lets things get to his head. He's been trained to be a very disciplined individual. The mindset of this kid has been trained to be very disciplined. So for me, I've seen this kid go from this cocky kid to a very mature young man that knows how to handle pressure. The reason why LaMelo should have been an all-star and he's gonna be an all-star maybe when he leaves Charlotte is this. The reason why is this. Because he plays like a team player. And that's why he should have be considered an all-star. He let me tell you, Miles Bridges' career would have been Miles Bridges would have been out of the NBA or an afterthought or traded if not for Lamelo Ball. Because let me tell you, the reason why Gordon Hayward was in Charlotte is because Charlotte never believed in Miles Bridges. I know Charlotte fans will be mad at me, but it's the truth. They never believed in Miles Bridges. They thought Miles Bridges isn't that guy. So they were like, you know what? Miles Bridges has been underwhelming since we put him as starting forward. So why not let's get a veteran? Let's get a veteran that can do the job. So they decided Mr. Glass is the answer. Mr. Glass came in, let's promote him as the franchise player, the $120 million man. And what did Mr. Glass do to you? Do you know that Mr. Glass finished 15th in player, fan vote, and media vote the previous season? Nominated for Team USA, but never made it. Because despite the fact that Charlotte promotes Mr. Glass more than they promote their own rookie. If LaMelo was a Raptor or a Knick, he would have get more love than Charlotte ever showed him. And I know you'd be mad at me, but it's true. I'm not here to rant, but I'm gonna tell you the fact. The shit is in your eyes. Charlotte, you have to do what you have to do to correct the wrong because the clock is ticking. Clock is ticking. Clock is ticking. Do what you have to do to make this right. And the cool media in Charlotte, start doing something right. Because it's time to start being free thinkers than being bootlickers. It's okay to support your organization because they pay you, they give you access. But think for yourself, what do you see? I'm gonna exclude one person in the Charlotte media that I actually think is actually a critical thinker, and that's Sam Dracula. I rock with you, but I'm not. Apart from that, anybody else in that media is not a free thinker. Anybody else is not a free thinker because Sam Dracula also believes that LaMelo's that guy. Everybody else in that fan base, they're still divided in who's the franchise player because the whole team don't even have the true answer of who the franchise player is. You have to know who your franchise player is now before it's too late, Charlotte. Because why? Because freedom isn't appreciated until it's gone. Merci beaucoup.